Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Soapstone carved whale. I love this piece. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm going to set her here. And before we get into insights about the next chapter of your life, I wanted to read you a little bit about what the Soapstone crystal is all about. So feel free to claim any of these messages if they resonate. So Soapstone gives the energies calmness, creativity, and manifestation. Soapstone emits a calming yet stimulating energy, supporting the release of old routines and creates an openness for new possibilities in life. Soapstone's energies are helpful for getting one moving and ready for whatever comes next. Soapstone is a stone of manifestation, with the popular soapstone figurines as a reminder of how physical creations are carved out of imagination and intention. Soapstone's energies amplify the signal to receive and transmit messages across all realms and energy fields. Soapstone may be used to stabilize electricity in the atmosphere and to eliminate signal interference. Soapstone may be used in the treatment of fat digestion as well as to stimulate the liver and gallbladder, supporting optimal organ functioning. So if you want to screenshot that, I will hold that to the camera. And then on the back, I'm not going to read everything, but the rock type is metamorphic, and I just think metamorphosis in the transformation aspect. The zodiac sign affiliated with this stone is Sagittarius. We have the chakras root, heart, and crown. And yep, that's about it. So I'm going to hold this for you in case you want to screenshot it. And it's a pretty easy crystal to find. So if you're wanting to purchase a piece of soapstone, check out your local crystal shop. So with that being said, we're going to get into it. I'll leave her here. And we're going to start with some oracle cards to give us an idea about what your next chapter is going to be. So I have two here, and then these are going to kind of tell us our themes. I have two animal cards here about like the energies that you are bringing to this chapter. So we'll start with these first. So we have Root of Earth, Inspired Action, and this card is actually the Page of Pentacles. So this is seeing worth in learning new things. This person here is High John the Conqueror, I think. And, he's reminding you to connect with nature. He's reminding you that you have the brain power and the charisma to manifest your intentions. This is all about taking action on ideas. Sometimes we can get so caught up in the idea itself, how original it is, how much it's going to stand out, the difference it's going to make. And sometimes we can start to fear that our idea is not as great as, as possibly others. But, it's like planting the seeds and trusting the process. And sometimes you have to sort of outwit yourself, talk yourself out of that fear. This card brings luck and abundance and protection. And so there's that energy of cultivating a conducive environment for your ideas to flourish. 38 might be a number for you. It might mean or signify an age, or we can break it down to 11, so November, March, and August. Those 3 months might be significant. And I know March is the onset of spring. So between spring and summer, summer and fall, you might see a lot of growth happening. You might see a lot of growth happening based on the seeds that you plant now. Taking inspired action. You cannot have manifestation bloom without taking action. Like, wanting it is not enough. And then we have the grimoire with card number 24. Keep what is sacred near to you, for it's only to be shared when you are ready. So a grimoire is a book of shadows. And I just think shadow work and exploring those deeper questions. We also have the idea of journaling as a form of self-expression, getting your ideas out there and processing thought, like your dormant thoughts. Sometimes when we get those on paper, it's easier for us to work with them. This is also like keeping your guard up on your plans, working in secret almost. So, like being more vague with others about what you're working on until you're ready to share. It's not saying don't, it's just saying not yet. And the journal, like sharing your story and using the journal as a safe space for your thoughts. This is also guarding against gossip and sharing other people's confidences. I don't know if that's the right word, but sharing things that other people tell you because you don't know if that's going to get back to that person. And it also is a warning against, breaking others' trust, maintaining confidentiality. I would also be careful with what you say to others because you cannot guarantee that they're going to share that with, at least one other person. Using a journal to script about your intentions so that you can take inspired action. I know that when I really had to be intentional with getting into graduate school. And I remember starting on August 1st. The application was due September 15th. And I had this extremely cocky attitude going in where I was like, I don't need to change my personal statement. I'm so great. Like, it's fine. I'm just going to reuse my personal statement from my other school. And that didn't end up being the case, but I had to work towards it. I had to send emails. I had to revise and add to my personal statement to make sure it covered all the bases that this new university wanted to see in the essay. And it took courage. It took a lot of forethought and a lot of persistence because there were nights where I got home from work and I didn't feel like doing my essay. And or other times where it's just like I didn't even feel like writing. It was, but I kept at it and I completed it and I submitted it. And that's another thing. Sometimes you might not be happy with the work that you've done because of this perfectionist mindset. And I just had to click send and submit and just stop worrying because it was like eating at my psyche. But I was manifesting this hardcore. I put it on my vision board. That's another way to channel inspiration into the 3D. Okay. I'm going to get your energies. So we have the elephant. Oh, I love elephants. They're massive. They have this powerful like presence about them. And very empathic creatures. You might be someone who's highly sensitive. Um, Spending more time with loved ones, with family and friends. Sometimes we have this mindset that if we're working on something and dedicating ourselves to a goal, then that means that everything else has to go off the table. And I've been so busy with graduate school, and I had to put this channel kind of on the back burner. Now I'm kind of getting into the routine of posting again, and it feels great because this is my spiritual and creative outlet, and I love sharing messages for you. It's something that brings me a lot of joy. So the fact that I get to do this makes me really happy. I also hung out with friends this past weekend. She knows who she is. She's a page of wisdom, and I just had a blast. I really, really did. Saying yes more, saying yes to things, even if it scares you, taking calculated risks strategically, um, strategically, um, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Being strategic about the risks that you take. Are the ends, is the end going to justify the means? Oh, this is the fire element, by the way. So that is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So those seasons might be important for you, or you might have a fire sign placement in your big three. You also might need to. You also might need to light your own path, and you might have to make your environment stimulating. You might need a stimulating environment for that creativity to really shine. Shut the front door. So we have the whale card. And this is in reverse though. Okay, this is the water element, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But because it's in reverse, you might be afraid to share your voice. You might be isolating yourself from, again, family and friends, because whales are very much family oriented. They live in pods, they mate for life. Singing your heart song, like what lights your heart on fire? Do more of that. And you can start small. Cleansing with water. Diving deep into an idea. I'm going to get my spirit animals book. It's actually right here. So I'm going to read from elephant and from whale to see what additional insights we get. I love this book so much. Okay, so make it a point to be of service in some way to the young, elderly, or those less fortunate. Do not let anything stand in your way of attaining the goal that is so integral to your purpose. You have the determination and persistence required to overcome the current challenges that you're being faced with. Yes, that's exactly what this root of earth was talking about. I didn't mean to shake the position of the camera. Then we have the whale. Express yourself through your voice by singing, humming, or chanting, simply for the pure joy of doing so. It's an especially creative time for you, so immerse yourself in the process and enjoy the artistic expression of whatever emerges from the depths of your imagination. This is a great time of spiritual expansion for you, so the more you can do to clear your mind, such as through regular meditation, the better. You'll soon discover an increasing interest in esoteric information about the origins of life here on Earth. You've become so occupied with creative and artistic projects, you're out of balance and need to step away by playing, socializing, and otherwise distracting yourself for a while. Conserve your energy and cyclically insulate yourself by surrounding yourself with a curtain of blue or white light. Interesting. You can also use blue or white candles and carve messages into them. This flame is kind of giving me that candle magic. So that might be something that you look into. Let's get into some tarot. I think I'm going to use the Lucid Dreams Tarot. Let's get into it. Let's see. Pile 1. What is coming through for pile 1 in this next chapter of their lives? Okay. We have the 8 of Swords. So this is all about healing self-limiting beliefs. The swords are thoughts, and so it's almost like you cannot free yourself from this self-created prison, especially if it's all negative. This is Jupiter and Gemini, which are opposite signs, and so you have to believe that you have the power to do it. You have to believe in your own agency. And releasing the victim mentality, okay? Gemini is also, connected to Mercury, and that is the planet of, cognition, self-expression, learning new things. I'm trying to, I'm going to do this on my phone, but I want to look up a few journal prompts that can connect us with this energy of releasing from victim mentality. Because when we take victim mentality, we remove personal responsibility and we deprive ourselves of accountability, and therefore we are living disempowered. So in stopping this victimhood train, notice your role in the situation currently. Let's say you want to move. You don't have the means to yet. And even the act of looking at new apartments, it gives you this anxiety. And then you start telling yourself, well, you can't do this. How can we shift that? How can we kind of sort these swords out so that they don't surround us? Because when they surround us, these negative thoughts, they make us feel like we're never going to get out of this. Like, this is the quicksand holding us in. So identify the recurring patterns, the recurring behaviors that come up where you've sabotaged yourself, and what patterns do you notice? What are the roots? What are the roots of this self-sabotage? I'm going to leave these journal prompts in the description box below. This is from Roses and Echoes that I found, and this whale is giving me dream analysis vibes. So pay attention to any patterns or symbols that your subconscious is bringing up. This is even like dark thoughts that you have, but you're afraid to tell anybody about. I'm gonna leave some just check the description box. As I was resetting, the language that you use to talk about yourself, to speak to yourself matters. If you're telling yourself like, you dumb, like you can't get out of this, like this is impossible, you're never gonna make it because you don't have the capacity to wake up and smell the roses, like this is the attitude and the mindset that is going to keep you stuck. There's that book, I don't know what it's called. It's about mindset, but it's essentially like a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset, I believe. I think I have the book somewhere in my house. I just don't know. I think I can look it up though. Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, How We Can Learn to Fulfill Our Potential by Dr. Carol S. Dweck. I hope I'm saying that right. That's a really phenomenal book, as well as Atomic Habits might be good. And then Doing the Work, it's I think by Dr. Nicole LaPerla, I think. Let me see. I know it's in my Spotify audiobooks. And another book for you guys, you're going to be doing a lot of reading. This is a lot of homework that you need to do as your next chapter blooms, because I want you to gain awareness. Okay. So it's How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole LaPerla, and also Imposter No More by Dr. Jill Stoddard, Atomic Habits, and Mindset. Those 4 books. You don't have to read them all in a month. Actually, I encourage you to do like one a month, because especially for self-help books, we really want to make sure that we're digesting what we're taking in. Okay, we're moving on now. Also, this is the isolation factor doing you a disservice. Wow, okay. This is very powerful stuff, guys. Like this, we only drew one card. Okay, so the Eight of Swords also might manifest as your current energy. Not being able to have conversations without feeling personally offended or comparing yourself to others. That might be something that you're struggling with. Wow. We have the Page of Pentacles again. So Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, those seasons again might be all important. I think I've said that before, but this is all about manifestation and grounding yourself in authenticity. This is goal-oriented behavior. There might be a financial opportunity that comes to you. Being a planner, getting a planner, or finding a system for planning that works for you. Don't spend $60 on a planner that you're going to use for 2 weeks and then, it's going to sit in the back of a closet. Make sure that you're doing things that work for you, not what you think you should be doing, because that puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on ourselves. There might be someone who offers you a job or a raise or an opportunity to interview for something and share your talents and your skills, which is very, very exciting. You might be gaining recognition for the talents that you have. Ooh, I'm getting like lots of thoughts here that are coming in. A loyal, faithful messenger. So someone who has your back regardless. Somebody who has stood the test of time and has been with you through the thick and thin. This person has a very nurturing way about them. They're very young at heart, very young in spirit. This could be an earth sign. This could also potentially be a sibling that you're working with or collaborating with in some capacity. This is believing that your manifestation is worth it. Like believing that you deserve this manifestation. Because sometimes, we can get caught up in the mindset of like, okay, this isn't for me. And, it can be very damaging. So Yes, the Four of Cups. So this is Moon in Cancer. We have the reversed. And I actually really like this for this position because upright, she's kind of trapped by these emotions and feeling unfulfilled. And I think in the upright or in the reverse, this is a new perspective. This is a paradigm shift that is altering the emotional essence of your spiritual, your physical, your emotional body. This is time to snap out of it. This is choosing happiness and accepting the position that the cups, have, and being open to new opportunities that come your way. Even if it's maybe not something you entirely like, you never know where this stepping stone is going to take you next. Having hope. Having hope. We're going to get one more, and then we might get a few more oracle cards. Let's see. This is also like accepting that you're not satisfied and not taking anything less. This could also be changing homes or like finding a new place to feel at home. And this could even be like within. So, making your brain a happier place to live in. And I think once you do this shadow work, you're going to find that things come to you a lot easier because it's almost like you're reattuning your vibration, your frequency to align with the energy of your desires. Wow, we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So action is definitely happening. We have progression. This is all about slow and steady winning the race, committing yourself, and being patient while waiting for the results. This is using reason and logic to get you through situations. We have Virgo being highlighted as well. So action around the home or at work, I would say, is coming through. This is also because we have the Four of Cups in reverse and we have this horse kind of moving towards. And then this page is, they're both facing each other in between this Four of Cups. And so these people might uplift you in a way that you can't in the moment. I don't know. This is all about trusting your instincts as well and being protective over your ideas. I have so many ideas that I haven't really shared with anyone because it's like I need to get to a point where I can protect those, like trademark the stuff and everything before I start, sharing it with the world. And a lot of people will take your ideas. They won't give two shits, and they will take them. And you have to be stronger in light of that. Okay. I want to get one of these essential oil cards because there is, like a shadow work prompt on there. I really like these cards for the next chapter, but you are moving. It might not be as fast as you would like in terms of progress, but again, slow and steady wins the race. This could also be like health goals, physical changes, manifesting physical changes around your body, building more muscle, or being able to do a certain move or a certain technique. And so again, practicing every day. All right. We've got 3 that just came out right away. Let's see what we have. We have comforting with the heart chakra. And it's consolation. I cannot go on is the trigger statement. That's kind of this 8 of Swords where we physically can't move. The truth statement is my heart is light. Please hold space for the feelings you have. Honor them and be with them. Your burden will be lightened. That's exactly this Four of Cups energy to a T. So knowing that you can gain comfort by being with these feelings and honoring them, even if they're not great ones. There's a reason for these emotions. And trying to sweep them under the rug does not bode well. Okay? It's not great. But meditation can also bring new insights to old thoughts and feelings. So I highly recommend that. But connecting with your heart space, eating more green foods, wearing the color green. We have citronella, expel. The trigger statement is I'm being invaded. The truth statement, I am pure. As you align with the frequency of peace, aligning with the frequency of peace. Your solar plexus chakra is all about the empowerment and the willpower to make change happen. It sits right above your belly button. And then the next one is the heart chakra. So it's like confidence and self-esteem. The invasions from outside yourself and dissonance within are neutralized. So aligning with the frequency of peace. And you can actually look up binaural beats, peace. Just type that into YouTube and you'll be surprised by how many results pop up. Because sometimes we don't necessarily know like how to apply this to our everyday. No joke, listen to a miracles frequency every night as I go to bed. And I can tell you some good stuff has come up. I'm not going to lie. Then I mentioned this, like you have to believe that you're worthy of your desires. And then we have Copaiba. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I think this is the crown chakra and it's I am ashamed is the trigger. So kind of meditate on the trigger statements here. I cannot go on. I am being invaded. I am ashamed. The truth statement here, I am cherished. There are connections to ancestral and childhood memories that are ready to be healed. Allow divine light to shine within. Wow. So shadow work is very important here. And our crown is the chakra that comes first because the ideas pass through our crown down to our third eye and then to our throat, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, and root. And finally, I think it's earth star. But you have to clean up. You have to weed your garden. And then, again, plant seeds with intention. You have to believe in your own self-worth. And that is where this shadow work is coming from. And so this next chapter, and what you do in this next chapter of your life, and again, this is timeless. So whenever you watch this, it can apply. This could even be like the relationship you have with your mother. There is work to be done. How you go about that, totally up to you. You kind of have to find what works. And I think a lot of people assume that a therapy session, I always say this, a therapy session is going to, take away. But a therapist session is only 45 minutes in a week. So what are you doing outside of that time? That's what you need to answer for yourself. I want to get an angel number card for you. I want to do some tea leaf oracle to kind of get any last insights, and then we'll do our angel number, and then we'll end with an affirmation. Haystack. We have haystack. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. That song, you know the song. Okay, Taylor Swift. That song might be a very powerful one for you to listen to. Okay, we have 2. We have shut up. We have whale. Maybe you're going whale watching in this next chapter. Great worry over nothing. Check that fear, because fear is, again, false evidence appearing real. How big of a problem is this? Like, ask yourself those rational questions. Cognitive behavioral therapy, like getting a cognitive behavioral therapy journal or even a cognitive therapy deck. Maybe we'll draw some cards from that. But just know that a lot of the times you blow situations out of proportion in your head and you expect the worst, and it's not nearly as bad as you think it will be. Then we have yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. This is this energy of the 8 of Swords. I love this though, because you have the agency to get out of the situation and to break free from your own self-limitations. I am telling you, you do. Even if you don't think it yet, believe. I wanted to get something. Oh, we're going to do the CBT before we do the angel number and the affirmation. Okay, so these are just things that you can do in your day-to-day to kind of help relieve this fear. Okay, we have 3. I like them already. Oh, wow, we have all 3. So there's cards in here about how we can change the way we think, how we can be with ourselves, and how we can take action. So we'll do this one first. What was I thinking? Whenever you experience a surge of strong emotion today, stop and ask yourself, what thought just went through my mind? Thoughts like, I'll never succeed can lead to sadness, whereas thoughts like, they really like me, they might lead to joy. Write down 3 examples of what you find as you practice recognizing the thought driving this feeling of connection, or leading to this feeling of connection or disconnection, depending on, the energy of the thought itself. Okay. Then we have B, seeing the good. The next time you run into a challenge, see if it may be pointing to something positive. For example, if you have to go to the emergency room, realize that you have access to high quality medical care around the clock. If your work is stressful, notice that you have a job to pay your bills. Allow your difficulties to reveal what is right in your life. Interesting. Seeing the good. I know this doesn't always work, but sometimes it does, and will take sometimes. And then we have act. So letting go of tension. Sit in a quiet place with your eyes closed. Take 3 calming breaths, exhaling for a count of 5. So hold it for a minute and then and do that 3 times. Your exhale should be slower than your inhale. Keep that in mind. Squeeze your hands into fists, then completely let go of the tension in your hands. Take 3 more calming breaths. Now shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, creating tension, and then let your shoulder relax. Let your shoulders relax. End with 3 more deep breaths and notice how you feel. So this is an exercise that I've personally done in times where I've felt triggered or I feel a lot of tension in my body. And that's the beauty of yoga for me it's really hard for me to relax. Even on a subconscious level, like it's hard. I can be in a room and I can listen to relaxing music and I can think I'm relaxed. And then the yoga instructor will be like, your neck is really tight. And I'm like, yeah. Okay. So how do we fix that? Getting aligned or adjusted from like a chiropractor might be something that you want to look into as well. But these are just things that you could do. Okay. Excuse the yawn. My CBT cards. Went flying. Okay. We're going to get a disco ball too. I keep sitting here saying, oh yeah, we're going to do this and then we're going to do this and then we'll be done. And then I end up, okay, fine. A lot of fortunes came out for you and we're just going to take them. Usually it's like 2 or 3. This time it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not bad. We have 1 baci, which is an Italian candy. It's almost like it's the equivalent of our Hershey Kiss, and there's little fortunes in here. And I like that they give them in multiple languages. Maybe you're bilingual, or trilingual. You can even completely love someone you barely know. That is a quote from Thomas Aquinas, I think. You can even completely love someone you barely know. Maybe you're meeting love. Maybe this is someone who you thought you knew, and then like the dynamic of your relationship changed and you're starting to know them in a very different light, and it's Ooh. May the rainbow always touch your shoulder. I love that. It's also St. Patrick's Day at the time that I'm filming. We have the Chinese word for peach. Lucky numbers 40, 53, 1, 2, 8, and 25. There's always going to be light on your shoulder. Like your spirit guides might send you rainbows actually to show you how they communicate with you. If you see a rainbow, know that that's a loved one. Yep, so this is what about money? We have adjust finances, make budgets to improve your standing. And also like looking at your financial health, how can we get towards completing these goals? And lucky numbers 21, 48, 53, 55, 2, and 39. And then finally, our last fortune here. All decisions you made today will be the most fortunate. All decisions you make today will be most fortunate. So 15, 24, 20, 39, 55, and 58. The Chinese word is Ben. I don't know if Ben has some sort of significance for you. That name could. It doesn't have to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have to time out, and then we'll finish up this reading. All right, so let's get into the Angel Number Oracle. This is a relatively new deck for me, and I'm just so excited to be able to use it. I love numerology. So let's see what numbers is Spirit trying to communicate with you to show you that you're on the right path towards this next chapter. 911, inevitability with the metaphor. We started with the metamorphic rock, and I thought of the butterfly, so that's kind of funny. We'll read about that one. Don't worry about the whole. I feel like 911 can be kind of scary to think about. So interesting. I like this turn of events. We have 4444, triumph. Okay, so I'm going to read about 911 first. Change is a natural part of life. It may be time to let go of the past and embrace a new chapter. Look at this. It's like they knew. Trust your intuition and instincts. When you're in tune with your inner life, you can sense when it's time to move on, to make a change. Take what you've learned in this most recent chapter and carry it proudly into this new phase to come. You can't control the circumstances, but you can control how you react to them. The universe is sending you the strength you need to do just that. An upright position, having faith in your instincts, accepting the inevitability of change, staying true to yourself, even as you grow and change, and ditching bad habits, keeping the good. The affirmation with this card is, I am stepping into my most successful timeline yet. I love it. And sometimes change is inevitable. We can't hide anymore. We have to embrace this new identity. It doesn't mean that this old identity, was not good anymore, was not good enough, but it's all about the emergence of a new phase in life. Like change is always happening. And when we try to run away from it, it feels scarier than if we actually confront it head on. You have to change within yourself in order to alter the way you see change on the outside and the external world. Okay, and then we have 4444. All that hard work is about to pay off. Your angels want you to know that they see you and that your steadfast commitment to your goals is truly inspirational. Get ready to bask in the sweet, abundant glow of success. Achievements and success, dedication is paying off, feeling proud of yourself, looking at the big picture, the affirmation, what is meant for me will always find its way to me. Yes. I think I'm going to end with those since they had affirmations, and take this with you. What's one action step that you're going to implement from this reading? And, meditate with your spirit guides if this message was in fact meant for you, or what aspects of this reading was truly meant for you. Reflect on that. And I will see you in a reading soon. Toodles! Pile 2, you have the Grasshopper. So I'm going to set this Grasshopper here, and we're going to get into your reading all about your next chapter. Very exciting. So I have the sort of current energy, and then, the energies that are embodying this next chapter of yours. So we're going to start with your current energy. We have the Loner, isolation, and introspection. So introspection is essentially looking within yourself, examining your own thoughts and feelings in a non-judgmental way. Isolation implies solitude, and this card is connected to the Hermit, so Virgo energy. And this is reminding me of the Taylor Swift lyric in Call It What You Want. And she says, "Nobody has heard from me for months. I'm doing better than I ever was." And I think you've had to get to know yourself in a very different way as of lately. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing, yet expecting different results. And so this card is asking you, what is something that you have been wanting to manifest, but you keep going about this desire in the same way? Because there might be underlying patterns, or there might be underlying, reasons why these patterns keep happening. This, the sky is dark, it's nighttime, so, stargazing or working at night might be something that is currently, and you feel so alone because when you get out of work, everyone else is asleep, and you feel like, and that might be a good thing for some of you. For others, it's a shift that you want to make, to not have to work the night shift, because it's taking a turn, or it's taking a toll on your social life. Some of you, this is telling me that you like being by yourself. Sometimes, your flight or your instinct is to flight, is in terms of how you respond to perceived crises, you run away from them, hoping that it will kind of go away on its own. And now we have the energies of your next chapter. Rosemary bread. I saw mending though, and that's where I went to. Share and commune with the ones who mean the most to you. Break bread with the spirit of rosemary, which is a call for healing and mend. Yes. So forgiveness. Spending time with, again, loved ones who mean a lot to you, cooking a meal with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be rosemary bread, but maybe it involves rosemary. Maybe that's an herb that you want to grow in your garden in this next chapter of yours. Or breaking bread, meaning, sharing and opening up to someone, being vulnerable, creating that intimacy. This could also be you reflecting on your childhood years. Maybe you had a really intimate relationship or connection with food and your family. 35 might signify a period of time. We do have Virgo season, happening in September and late August. That might be significant for some of you. We also have 35, so March and May, or between the months of March and May. As you can see in the window, I don't know if it's snowing or raining outside, but this might be a time where you make comfort food. You're cooking more of your own meals. We also have the energy that you're embodying in this next chapter. And we have the black egg. This black egg corresponds with the throat chakra, so speaking your mind. This is forgiveness. This is pursuing truth. The darkness of the black egg represents to me potential. Nurturing. This egg is a vessel for new life. This could also be writing, reading, teaching, sharing more of yourself in this next chapter. Okay, we're going to get into some tarot cards. Being honest with yourself about what it is that you want, and understanding in what ways have you been deceiving yourself. I'll put her here. What ways have you been deceiving yourself? What ways have you been deceiving others? And not necessarily in a with malintention. It's more of the energy of like how have you been depriving yourself from what you truly want, and you've been putting this desire off because you don't either A, believe you're worthy of this desire, or B, you don't feel like you have the means for this desire. So for example, maybe you really want an animal, you really want a pet. However, the cost to my neighbors are talking. I don't know if you can hear them. But it costs a significant amount of money per year to maintain health and vitality for your animal. And so maybe that's something that you're manifesting in this next chapter. And this egg carries that potential. Some of you, this is very random, but some of you might have a small business or want to manifest a business where you can cook or bake or clean homes, like making someone's day by providing something that they can enjoy with their senses. Poetry might be something that lights you up from within, that gets your motor running. Let's get into some tarot. So what's your current energy, pile 2? What's your current energy, pile 2? Current energy. A lot of cards came up. I'm just going to go with the one that's facing me. We have the Page of Pentacles. So this is a beginner mind. This is someone who might be new in the field, relatively speaking, or new to a certain skill. We have manifestation, ambition, this energy of grounding yourself in the earth. So earthing might be a practice that is going to strengthen your roots. You are ready for something more. I think you've known for a while that what you have right now is not necessarily fulfilling you as much as you'd like, nor is it checking off all your boxes. This could be a relationship, this could be a job or a field of study. We do have financial opportunities here. So someone might in fact be offering you a job and you might not even see it. This is consistent planning, and this is a loyal yet loyal and faithful messenger. This is what this person, so this could be a friend reaching out with an opportunity. This could be someone who has met your match, someone who has who kind of mirrors your energy. I want to clarify this card. Okay, so I got my deck. Can you clarify the Page of Pentacles for me? Clarify the Page of Pentacles. So this is Mars and unfavorable Mars, lucky number 8. So you can't take action right now because of, for most of you, it's going to be a financial thing. Others of you, it's going to be your health is not in the right place to do this yet. And it says business worries and setbacks, personal reverses, or petty annoyances. And so this opportunity is going to come and sort of help you with whatever is going on here, is what I'm seeing. So you are being given an opportunity to take action on something that you really want to pursue, even if it's a small step in that direction. What else is happening for Pile 2's next chapter? Or this grasshopper, okay, it's like taking the leap despite the worry or despite previous setbacks. Because we do have, like, this is the warrior and we have the emperor, which, you know, is leader of warriors. We have respect, leadership, father figure, divine masculine energy, structure, stability, control, discipline, and focus. So, like, great things come to those who are persistent and who never give up in the face of obstacles. And maybe for some of you, you feel like you have a lot to prove to your father, or you have like a strained relationship with him. This is about, to me, taking charge in your life, getting up earlier, exercising, getting that excess energy out of your system so that your brain can focus on what really matters. This is connecting with someone who is in the field, or like you're working for somebody who you really admire professionally. Taking the lead in your own life, calling the shots. We'll clarify this card as well. Clarify the Emperor, please. Clarify the Emperor. 14, and I just saw 14. 14 might be a significant number. 14 reduces to 5, which is indicative of change and shifts that are being made. We have the Two of Cups, a new romance or friendship, cooperation, and partnership affairs. So this is somebody who you really admire, and this is the Emperor is someone who admires your work ethic. There is a partnership here of some kind. It doesn't have to be romantic. If it is, you guys are in for a treat. Let me tell you, Aries, that passion, it's electric, okay? Electric, fiery passion. This person wants to give you stability, okay? If this is like a lover, they might have a little bit of a temper, because Aries is this first house. It rules ages 0 through 7. When we don't get what we want, we show it, okay? I'm speaking to you as an Aries sun and an Aries moon. That's real. You might be asked to change your approach, and that might require you to getting out of your comfort zone. And pile 2, what else is emblematic of this next chapter in your life? I see the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe your boss is giving you a raise so you can take this vacation that you've always wanted to take. We have not Jupiter, Venus and Virgo. That time period might be significant. Aries season might be important. That is like March 20th to April 20th-ish, give or take. But we have abundance, we have luxury, we have self-sufficiency, upgrading an appliance, getting a new phone. This could also be, you and your partner are both getting a raise, and so you're able to do a little bit more around the house to kind of make it feel more luxe. Financial independence, rewarded efforts, success achiever. You might have a father that's paying for something, whether it be school or helping you fund some sort of project or business. That's only for some. Take it if it resonates. There is going to be rewards for your efforts, though. You are working extremely hard. And this next chapter is allowing you to see the fruits of your labor. The 9 of Pentacles, healing your relationship with money, healing your relationship with self-worth. Pile 2's next chapter. Pile 2's next chapter. Pile 2's next chapter. Also, I was saying cooking your own meals, but growing your own vegetables or your own herbs. We have the Fool in reverse. So there's a big shift that is happening. We do have being unprepared, or you might feel unprepared for this shift. The 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups. I don't know if some of you are planning on expanding your family in that way, and that might be unexpected, and you might have all of these fears because you feel like, you're not ready for this, even though you've been wanting it for a long time. We have holding back, afraid to start something new, naivete, poor judgment, lack of direction. I think you're finding your direction though in this next chapter. It might take you it might take you on a path that you least expect, and that scares you because maybe you were expecting to take the concrete, and instead life has encouraged you to take the dirt road. And, there's a lot more wildlife on the dirt road. There's less activity. We had that isolation part. And usually, there's nature around dirt roads because, uncivilized, but take the beaten path. I'm going to clarify that. I'll clarify the 9 of Pentacles too. Let's clarify the 9 of Pentacles. 9 months from now, it might be a very big deal because we have 9 and 9. 999. So we have the 9 of Swords. A very adverse card signifies sorrow, failure, misery, and suffering. I think that you're growing from this place of expecting the worst and getting peaceful sleep. And as I said that, like, my throat got real tight. So something is happening at night that you're not a fan of. These are shadow wounds that you have been putting off. Before I continue, I do want to reset my camera. We're going to clarify the Fool as well. You blame yourself for a lot that maybe you didn't get done in the day. I have a feeling that you have like a productivity complex, like you have to be busy all the time. And if you're not working towards something, then you're just, you're being lazy. And this is where I love this energy of the 6 of Pentacles, because it is a give and take. There is a balance that you need to establish between rest and work. Benevolent aspirations prompted by good fortune and material success. So having the desire to do good and to be good is going to give you back. It's good. Life is going to reward you, because it's sort of like, I think it's like paying alms in the Bible. I remember this, but it's like, you're not doing this to get attention. You're not doing this, to pave your way up to heaven, if that's something that you believe in, but it's rather to provide for people who need help in a time of need. And, having a good intention behind what it is that you're doing, is enough that I think like Spirit is helping you out. And Spirit is also like, this is, manifesting whatever this is in this next chapter of yours. It is a give and take. Okay. It does require, some sense of release and welcoming this unknown. Welcoming the unknown. You might be getting some money like borrowed to you through a loan. Again, your parent might be helping you with this, or this is like someone who you can trust that is lending you money, a distant family member, someone who is generous. And so like you can pay your bills and you can make your rent, and like everything will be okay. Your spirit guides want me to like let you know that everything is going to be okay, that the opportunity is going to come. And it's an unexpected opportunity. It might even be a raise. You might be getting a raise, or you might be getting recognition for your hard work, and you weren't even expecting it. Okay. 9s kind of represent this period of culmination, like it's the high point just before the end, and you've really had to work hard to get where you are. We have 3 9s. We have 9, 9, 9. So repeating 9s might be important. And we'll get some angel cards as well. I'm trying to think of what other oracle cards I used. I might use something different for yours. I'm feeling this wisdom of the oracle deck. I haven't broken her out in a while, and she's been fairly loyal. She's one of my first decks. So we're going to get into this one. What awaits pile 2 in this next chapter? What awaits pile 2 in this next chapter? I just saw 333 as I said that. We'll take these 2. Not for you. You might not be taking no for an answer, or you might be just so devastated that this opportunity wasn't in the cards. And okay, let me give you an example. Honestly, in college, I really wanted to be in Greek life because my friends were doing it, and I thought it was something that we could do together. It kind of felt like I was playing pretend. Like, I didn't really fit in. I kind of knew that. But I was hoping that, it was going to work out, and it didn't. And I got rejected, and I took that so hard. I spent the whole weekend crying, and I like stayed in my bedroom. I was so depressed. And then I met a friend, like I connected with Diggory, and I ended up having like the time of my life. And so, like I met other people, and it wasn't for me. And that was okay, but I needed to accept that. We also have happy. So again, this is like this redirection is meant for your greater bliss, for a greater bliss. You might not even know what that is yet. And I think it's interesting. We have 6 and then we have 26. Trusting in spirit to help you co-create this vision. Taking the leap. Again, even when you feel scared. I know I think I said that before, but learning from somebody, from a mentor. On the bottom of the deck, we have 6 again. Via 51, we have milk and honey. So creating your own happiness. We have rainbows. So rainbows again might be a sign from spirit that they're with you. We also have this baby elephant, even though this deck is out of frame, but following what, like your North Star. And trusting that maybe opportunities that are not meant for us happen because there's something better out there. So it's, again, trusting your spiritual team that they're leading you on the right path in this next chapter. This next chapter is bringing you perspective that you need to hear. Through the experiences that you will endure, you're learning a lot more about yourself than you ever have in the past. I think I'm going to get this deck here. I used it in the last video. Okay. Pile 2. What thoughts do you need to release for this next chapter to begin? 3 again. Okay. Geranium. I am all in my head. So maybe you're trying to rationalize or use logic to explain emotions instead of feeling them. In other words, you might fear vulnerability because you want to be the strong one. We have the element of nurturing here. And it says, I create with pleasure. Take time to rest, and in that time be open to creative pursuits. Surround yourself with things that please your senses and be gentle with yourself. I think this is sacral chakra. So, realigning with that feminine energy. Nurturing, I just think of the Empress card, like being wrapped in a warm embrace and just knowing that everything is going to be okay. We have the solar plexus, digestive and processing. So maybe in this next chapter, again, because we had health issues, maybe you're healing something digestive wise. This is solar plexus. So the center is located right above your navel or your belly button. I am so worried. The truth statement, I have the solution. Slowing down and listening to your inner voice will provide you with direction and purpose. And you're processing or marinating on these changes, or what you need to do to change so that you can get that desired outcome. And then we have time with revive, which is like, I thought the black egg, like in Reputation, and like this rebirth and renewal is coming through. I cannot stand myself is the trigger statement. I am aligned is truth. Go within and allow everything that is not resonant to be purged so that you can come from your heart, your seat of power. And we had like the throne with the emperor here and like acting from a heart-centered place. So you're kind of mending, oh my gosh, you're cultivating head, heart, and gut connection. You're realigning that because some of you are too much in the head space and you need to connect with your heart. And the head, the heart, and the gut, they're all linked together. So it's really, really important. Your body does keep score. That might be a book that you want to read. You're taking care of your health, your mental health, and your physical health. And you might find that as your mental health improves, so does your physical, because you have to have the desire to do things. And this is also a note to start small. You don't have to rush into anything. Nor should you, because then it's not going to be sustainable for you. And I think you have to think in this next chapter of like what it is that you want in the long term. Okay. We're going to get some tea leaf oracle cards. Pile 2's next chapter. Maybe you're cooking with time. Yep, well, this is the same, like, not for you, broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. So maybe you're not manifesting from a positive place. Trust that if other people are bringing this desire into their lives, it serves as driftwood. So for example, I really want a new phone, and I literally have my students are upgrading their phones. My partner has upgraded his phone. The other teacher that I work with, she upgraded her phone, and I'm like, I literally have the iPhone 11 Pro, and it's really old and it needs to be replaced, and the screen is all jumbled, and I'm kind of like, not gonna lie, a little jelly. Because I really, really want a new phone. And so it's like, okay, well, what am I doing then to prioritize this desire? I can't just like say I want it and then expect for it to come through. And again, paying attention to why might you be feeling jelly, or why, this manifestation hasn't come to you yet, because there might be limiting beliefs that you need to address before you can bring something into the picture. So we have 3 more. First of all, we have the Ram. This is a stubborn yet aggressive person. This is Aries. Okay, so an Aries might be important in your life. If not, you might be the Aries. Okay. We also have Inkpot. Problems to be resolved. Okay, so you are putting on your problem-solving hat and you are coming up with solutions on how to overcome this rather than sitting there and just complaining about the mess. Okay, and finally we have dogs. This is getting together with friends. Very healing, very therapeutic, especially when you're with the right people and you're just like connecting for the sake of connecting. Can be very, very powerful. I want to get a disco ball for you. Like, I'm going to shake this. I've got some fortunes in here, and we're just going to see what comes up. There was a lot that came up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess Spirit has a lot to say to you today. Pile 2. Okay, let's see. We've got all fortunes here. So fortune number 1. There are dreamers and there are achievers. The difference between the two is action. I feel like that's what we've been kind of saying, is you have to take action on those dreams. Your lucky numbers in this one is 20, 11, 1, 4, 50, and 35. I know we had 35 for sure. I don't think we had 4 or 1. But again, numbers are speaking to you, and I'm going to get a numerology card anyway, so I don't want you to get too caught up on those. I don't think I'm going to read them. All decisions you make today will be the most fortunate. So this is just believing in the power of yourself and trusting your inner voice, because sometimes we don't have confidence in ourselves, and that then leads to us seeking validation in others because we can't, or spirit guides or tarot readings, because we don't trust our own voice. And I think that's where that black egg is coming from, is to kind of pat you on the shoulder and say, hey, you are fully capable of making these decisions. It's time that you trust your instincts. Okay, stop asking for permission. And I know that I sounded super sassy then. I didn't mean to like yell at you, but Spirit is like, you've got this. Like visualize whatever, like your miracle morning. Like if the problem that you have no longer existed, what would that look like if you woke up the next morning? And kind of use that as a journal prompt. Okay. You are capable, competent, creative, careful, prove it. And we have to be polite. And that reminds me of the lyric. We have the word here is Ben for origin. So you're changing your origin story. But to be polite, like never be so, like, what is it? It's from Marjorie. Okay. It's the song Marjorie from Taylor Swift's Evermore album. Never be so kind, you forget to be clever. No, I think it's polite. Hold on. It's gonna bother me if I don't look up if I don't look up the lyrics. And I saw it on a bathroom stall, and I did take a picture, and I took that as a song. Let's see. Never be so polite, you forget your power. Never wield such power, you forget to be polite. Don't let other people take advantage of you, honey, because some people will, and they're not sorry for it, okay? So protect yourself. A mentor. We were talking about mentorship. A mentor is someone whose hindsight can become your foresight. So someone who's kind of been through similar experiences or knows and can empathize with what you're going through can be very powerful. And lastly, you are a bundle of energy, always on the goal. And again, kind of have to balance that. You can't be on all the time. To sit, that's the Chinese word, but I'm thinking more like, sit in child's pose and just be with your breath, kind of create that inner cave for yourself and your mind. And so we are going back to that hermit perspective, just in a little bit of a different way. All right, we're going to get some angel numbers for you. And then we'll close out your, this will be the closing of your reading. So this is kind of like how is Spirit communicating with you about the onset of this new chapter? What numbers are you seeing, and what does it mean when you see these numbers for you, pile 2? Three, support. There's also that triangulation element. I'm going to get one more. What else? 444, protection. It's literally what we were talking about. 333, 444. So we're going to go in with the book to just kind of see what they say here. So 333. Express yourself, darling. This is a hug of encouragement and a resounding yes from the universe to keep going, to live your life exactly the way you want to. Trusting your intuition and being your best, most confident self takes creativity and real, tangible efforts. Good thing you're blessed with an incredible reservoir of inner strength. Opportunities are attracted to ingenuity and courage. And that's all about taking the leap, baby. We've got self-expression and creative potential, letting go of worry and anxiety, grabbing opportunities with both hands, peace and happiness ahead. In that affiliated affirmation, magic and miracles are coming my way. Say that to yourself. Magic and miracles are coming my way. Magic and miracles are coming my way. Magic and miracles are coming my way. And then we have 444. Wow, hard work and abundance mindset looks so amazing on you. You've really been putting in the effort, laying that hard-won groundwork for amazing growth and abundance. The universe loves someone who vibrates at the frequency of gratitude, so clap for yourself and stick with it. You're on the right path to manifest your desires through hard work and intentionality. Your angels are watching over you, protecting you and your dreams. In the upright position, this talks about protection, capability, and determination. Hard work yielding amazing results, reassurance that you're loved and supported, and celebrating your wins. This is giving me very Four of Wands energy. The affiliated affirmation, a river abundance flows through me. A river of abundance flows through me. I lied. This isn't the end. I'm tempted to get some charms for you to kind of close off. Because I think you're reading a shorter than pile ones, and I'm giving this a shake. I just saw 2020, so that might have been a very powerful year. That also reduces to 4. Let's get some charms for you. I have my eyes closed, pinky promise, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab some. Okay. We've got the peacock, which is like the bird of confidence. I'm getting Leo vibes. That might be important, but also just improving how you see yourself and your appearance. Feeling beautiful from the inside out. We have this. Get out. I literally said Leo energy. So Leo is definitely very important. You might be a Leo, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And then we have Queen with wings. So like your leadership is taking flight, or there's a professional opportunity that is coming your way, and that is reminding you of your personal authority. We also have turtles, and turtles, you can't hide. They can hide from their shell. They're very shy, but they're also very, very resilient. Quickly. Where is it? Here she is in all of her glory. My spirit animals guidebook. I'm going to read the turtle, and then we'll close with that. Oh, I just flipped to the peacock. You're about to experience a vision that will greatly affect your life and the direction you're going in. More than a time to take action, this is time to be watchful, observing what goes on inside and around you. You are safe and very well protected, so there's no need to worry. I'm going to time out really quick. You're safe and very well protected, so there's no need to worry. It's important now to take a risk and speak your truth rather than holding back, as there will be ample opportunities to do so soon. Your dignity and integrity are particularly called for right now, so make a point to walk your talk and to hold your head up high. And then we have Queen Bee. That just came to me, like Beyonce. There might be her I know her album is coming out soon. Let's see. Turtle. This looks more like a tortoise to me, so I'm going to read for tortoise. You're taking on way too many problems and troubles of others. Slow down, take your time, and enjoy the scenery, even if there's a detour. Be patient and determined and stick with it. Before you know it, you'll achieve what you're after. At this time, pay particular attention to the shifting sensations in your body, as these are energetically resonating with subtle changes in the vibrations of the earth. It's a good time to change to a vegetarian diet, even if it's only for a few days, or up your greens, okay? Take your vitamins, your supplements, bam. By moving through your life more slowly and attentively, you'll discover a great deal of wisdom emerging from unexpected sources that you'd otherwise miss by being in a hurry. Get out on land and walk around a bit at about half your usual pace, using this as a meditation. You can do walking meditations. So pile 2, that is it for you, my loves. I enjoyed your energy. It was so much fun to be here with you as we talked about this new chapter coming into your life. I can't wait. I'm here for it. If you liked this video, then great. Hit that like button if you feel inclined to let me know. And I will see you in a video soon. Toodles! Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. For your crystal, you have the Soapstone penguin. And this is black in color, as opposed to the pink whale. Soapstone is a manifestation stone. Let me see. Oh, I didn't mean to drop the penguin. I can read to you a little bit about what this crystal represents. So Soapstone is a calming stone. It's a crystal that inspires creativity and manifestation. Soapstone emits a calming yet stimulating energy, supporting the release of old routines and creates an openness for new possibilities in life. Soapstone's energies are helpful for getting one moving and ready for whatever comes next. Soapstone is a crystal of manifestation, with the popular soapstone figurines serves as a reminder of how physical creations are carved of imagination and intention. Soapstone's energies amplify the signal to receive and transmit messages across all realms and energy fields. Soapstone may be used to stabilize electricity in the atmosphere and to eliminate signal interference. Soapstone may also be used in the treatment of fat digestion, as well as to stimulate the liver and gallbladder, supporting optimal organ functioning. And this is a pretty common stone, so if you feel called to getting some, check out your local crystal shop. On the back, I'm not going to read everything here, but I will tell you that the zodiac is Sagittarius, and the chakras highlighted are the root, crown, and heart chakras. So I'm going to put that aside one more time in case you want to screenshot. And now we're going to get into your reading with some oracle cards. I want to get your current energies and get sort of an overview on what your energy looks like going into this next chapter. Okay. I have 2 ancestor cards. So the first one is the trickster, or the devil, with ego and excess. So this is Saturn energy. Some of you might be even going through your Saturn return. And this is setting yourself free from fear. As you can see, this representation is a Western African god known as Anansi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he is a spider god, and he teaches that actions have consequences, and it's important to use your discernment when it comes to setting limits. This card can also talk about depression, and if you want to feel something different, then you have to do something differently. And I know that can be extremely hard to do. So every little bit counts. If it means getting up out of bed today, you've got it. If it means brushing your teeth today or taking a shower, amazing. Eating a meal, round of applause. But this is getting trapped in our fears. This is what happens. We also, 15 could be a time frame. So from January to May, or the 15th of the month, of any given month, could be important for you. To me, this is also having trouble parenting because you want your children to stay close so that you know that they'll be safe. However, there is a matter of crossing the line and getting too close to your kids and your kids resenting you for that kind of parenting style. I'm not judging. This is just, I'm telling you what I see. We also have Father of Air with leadership. Some of you, this is very specific, but some of you might be single parents and you have to take on both roles. This is taking the lead in your life. This is coming across head on to address your fears. This is also playing the role, of that observer and meeting your fears with like an objectivity, just stating the facts. Trusting your head over your heart, and this Father of Air is the King of Swords. This can possibly be a therapist or a mental health clinician who's able to kind of help you sift through these fears and process them in a way that is meaningful for you. It doesn't have to be. Only take that message if you feel like it speaks to you. We also have the Swan. I am everything I seek, the one I am meant to trust above all else to create one of the strongest loves within my lifetime. I really think this next chapter is about developing a beautiful relationship with yourself. I'm actually going to read this card from the book because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. Keywords: loyalty, romance, love, creating a strong relationship with yourself. Pulling the Swan card in a reading can mean one of two things. First, it is a beautiful connection to finding a life partner or a soulmate-like connection. Swans stay with one partner for the entirety of their lives, and if you went searching for an image of a swan, you'd be hard-pressed not to come across two swans connecting in a heart-shaped embrace. Romance, love, and loyalty are the very heart of this card, so if you're reading this about another person, then receiving this card is a good omen for a beautiful, loving relationship that has the potential to go the distance. This could also be infidelity with these three. I'm not saying it is. I'm just telling you to kind of keep that awareness or keep that guard up. The second meaning for the Swan card, however, is all about you and the relationship you have with yourself. This card could be guiding you to find deeper respect for yourself and to see the great potential you have. Much like the mislabeled ugly duckling, you too may have been misjudged or misunderstood, but the flawed opinions other people have about you will not change the remarkable person you were always born to be. You are destined for great things, but first you need to fall in love with yourself and believe you are deserving of having what you want. Which meaning is for you, you might ask? Listen to your spirit. The first choice that comes to your mind is the correct one. The first one that comes to mind is the correct one. Just keep that. Keep that in your mind as we go through this reading. I am getting a wave of exhaustion, and that might be you, where you're doing the most, even though you're feeling the lowest emotionally. We also have the Peacock. This is the energy that you kind of need to overcome these fears. And let me tell you, when I pulled this card, all the cards went flying. I have a little bear over there. He went flying under the table along with a myriad of cards. So this is like making a statement, okay? This is making a statement. I want to read, before we get into our tarot, about the peacock and the penguin, since we're here. And they both start on P, so maybe the letter P is significant. We have Saturn and Capricorn here. We also have air energy here, as this is the King of Swords. So asking yourself if what you're feeling merits the response. So for example, I ran out of paper towel. Well, I thought I ran out of paper towel, and I kind of had a tantrum. Not really. I was just sad because I get anxious about lint being on dishes, and my partner was like, I'm not going to go to the store to get some because it's too late. And I was really sad, and I essentially blew up. And I didn't blow up, like I wasn't yelling and screaming at him, but I was like really angry inside. I really had to have that fight with myself and rationalize if not having paper towel for 5 hours, 6 hours was going to be the end of the world. Was that worth getting into an argument with my significant other? And the answer was no. And the universe sort of kicked my butt in a way, because I found a very small amount of paper towel, and I apologized, and everything was okay. I just, sometimes personal-ish gets in the way, and it often seems way bigger. I'm not saying don't do this with all your feelings, because some feelings need to be felt and processed. But also at times having the right partner can help, but you have to figure out how to deal with this independently as well. So that's my long-winded response. Let's get into some tarot now. Oh, hold on. I'm supposed to read the peacock and the penguin. You're about to experience. Oh. Some of you are really sleep deprived and you need to take naps. You're about to experience a vision that will greatly affect your life and the direction you're going in. More than a time to take action, this is a time to be watchful, observing what goes on inside and around you. You're safe and very well protected, so there's no need to worry. It's important it's important now to take a risk and speak your truth rather than holding back, as there will be ample opportunities to do so soon. Your dignity and integrity are particularly called for right now, so make it a point to walk your talk and to hold your head up high. And then we should have penguin in here. If we don't, we do. Okay. You're much more powerful and durable than you think you are. You have everything you need inside you and in front of you to have a good life, so always keep that in mind. You'll soon be able to experience lucid dreaming, where you become fully aware while dreaming and can change the details of the dream. This is an excellent time to explore altered states of consciousness, especially out-of-body experiences such as astral travel. So getting into spiritual and esoteric subjects, that might be something that you explore, as well as, again, doing a deep dive into the relationship that you have with yourself. Let's get into tarot now for my pile 3 and your next chapter. I think this chapter is going to hold a lot of self-love for you. We have a card already with the Four of Pentacles in reversed. Generosity, giving, overspending. You might feel like you have to overspend in order to keep the company of those that you value, and that is simply not true. But that is something that you need to find for yourself. We also have financial insecurity and recklessness when it comes to spending, or even taking it too far when it comes to saving your money. Or wanting to spend it on yourself rather than on other people. I think right now you might feel financially tied down in a way. financially restricted. I think we all are potentially restricted in our own ways, and that might be, like your money wounds might be something that you want to focus on. Maybe there was something traumatic from your past that happened in your childhood that had to do with money. Giving yourself a chance, giving yourself grace. Being more open with the state of your finances and how you want your financial future to look like. Also, this is taking care of ourselves. See what else we have. We have 2 cards. The first one being the Empress in reverse, creative blocks, dependence on others. There's that scarcity mindset, lack of growth and progression, insecurities, negligence, smothering. We also have the King of Cups in reverse, emotionally manipulative and abusive, cold, moodiness, withdrawn, selfish, anxious. There's that anxiety, and it might be taking a toll on you because you can't be level-headed and you're afraid to take the lead when you're acting from a place of fear. And I think you're letting the emotions sort of get the best to you, or there's a relationship that is not, I'm going to be honest, it might not be the healthiest thing for you right now, and you might have to take that off your plate, because otherwise it's like this person is, or you're recovering from a financially abusive situation or relationship. We're going to get one more card. This is, taking care of you, taking yourself out of the situation and taking a step back and evaluating the big picture. Pile 3's next chapter. What does that look like? Yeah, so we have the 9 of Swords is in reverse. Which is a better position, in my opinion. We have releasing fear, healing and relief, an ending of mental torment, recovery, finding help, facing life, and learning to cope. So finding coping mechanisms that work for you. And again, if that means working with a licensed professional, then by all means, go for it. You can't be a leader of your emotions. You can be the leader of your emotions, but it's not like you're going to get stuck because you're not meeting these emotions with compassion. You're meeting them with frustration and agony, and then they're slowly eating away at you. And there seems to be some mothering that needs to happen, some reparenting that you need to do. And maybe you're afraid of going to see a therapist because of the money aspect. And I know that there are organizations out there with the Empress card. I also think that you're so keen on doing the most that when you get blocked, you get really down on yourself because of that drive to want to do more and more every day. And with the 9 of Swords in reverse, this is an end to that. So this chapter is going to bring a lot of release and a lot of relief. It's like that sweet iced tea that we all love, okay? It's like on a hot day with lemon. It's the medicine that we need. That actually sounds so good. A McDonald's unsweetened iced tea with lemon. I want one. Maybe I'll get one tomorrow because I'm craving one. Okay, let's see what else we have. I'm going to get some more oracle. We're going to layer The King of Cups and the Empress in reverse. This might be like your parents. You didn't have a strong relationship with your parents growing up. So there's like inner parent work that needs to be done. I know I said like reparenting, but also like examining the relationship that you have with your parents. Pile 3, what is pile 3's? And again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Yeah, we have DNA repairing, transmutation, the trigger statement, I don't know who I am, the truth statement, I am. There is no efforting required for this shift. Be present and allow every aspect of your being to transform. It almost feels like you're operating on like half a tank of gas and you keep really refilling, so you are at that half point and it's not enough. You need a full tank of gas. Magnolia with amplify. I can't get anything right. The truth statement, I am in divine time. Harness your loving energy and watch as one miracle unfolds after the other. That is the heart chakra. That is unconditional love. We have 2 more. We have harmony and topical. I am boiling over is the trigger statement. So there's anger here. I allow myself to feel is the truth statement. Give yourself space to decompress and take time to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Allow emotions to surface and release. My roommates are up, I think, if you hear them. If you hear something in the kitchen. And then finally, we have the heart chakra again with gratitude and lime. I am overwhelmed is the trigger. The truth statement, I am moving. And we have I am or I statements present throughout all of this. And so affirmations might be something that you want to incorporate into your self-care routine. The time for planning is complete. Take action, no matter how small. Begin today. Being grateful for the small steps that you take is necessary because it shows that you're like appreciating the process. I'm sorry for this reflection here. What other oracle deck? I think we're gonna go with the Angels and Auras Oracle by Radley Valentine. Pile 3, what awaits pile 3 in this next chapter? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, what awaits pile 3 in this next chapter? Yeah, this is your energy now. We have abundance, but it's in reverse. So there's doubt, negativity, mundane, and misfortune. I think you need a new routine. You need to get outside more. I feel like you guys lock yourselves up and sort of like let this negativity consume you. And Spirit is like, no, get outside. Go with someone. We have Uriel with red. Yes, this is the healing energy. Wear red, envision a red aura around you. We have emotion, we have healing, devotion, and integrated. I want to read to you about, I want to read a little bit about Uriel. in case you're unfamiliar. And 13 with abundance, that's the death card. And so there's this necessity for a paradigm shift to take place around your money and your finances. As mentioned in the introduction of this guidebook, there are multiple systems that associate color with particular archangels. While I primarily work with the one where Uriel displays as gold or yellow, there is another system that views Uriel as red. What was fascinating to us is that Uriel works very well with both colors. Beyond powerful epiphanies, Uriel is also known as the archangel of emotional healing, the kind of healing that can lead to the empowered transformation of one's life. And I think once you heal, then you're going to see this abundance start to kind of come in organically. Uriel can assist in recovering from emotional trauma from the past or present. The color red is defined as our emotions and emotional exchange with the world. For anyone who feels deeply, red allows us to manage our energy exchange with others. When present in the aura, this person is a healer of sorts. They lead with their heart and almost always want to connect through intimacy and sacred community. So that's a little bit about healing that the emotions that lie within, the ones that you're trying to repress. You're giving root to these emotions and letting them bloom, letting them blossom. Okay, I do want to get some letters for you guys. I am going to get a few more cards that have to do with numerology to tie out to kind of end the reading, but I really want to see what comes up for you. I actually also am going to get one of these cards, the Everyday Witch Oracle. I didn't use this. I feel drawn to use different cards for this pile. Every pile is a little bit different in the way that I use Oracle. So what transformation will pile 3 see at the end of this chapter through hard work? What will pile 3 see? I was talking about affirmations, but affirmation for healing the heart. I'm going to turn my other light on. Hold on. Hopefully that made a difference. Yeah, we were talking about rooting, and it says connect with Gaia. So connect with nature, exploring the roots of these emotions and these thoughts. It's okay to be sad, but when that sadness doesn't go away or interferes with our ability to function in a healthy way, we may need to look outside of ourselves for help in moving past it. That can mean family or friends, a counselor, or reaching out to a deity for healing. Be kind to yourself and allow others to be kind to you too. So this is bringing a warmth to your heart. I'm going to time out, and then we're going to get into our letters, charms, and fortunes. Well, I think we're just doing letters. I did charms in the last pile. I haven't used letters in a long time. And I just close my eyes. I take my bananagram bag and we just dump. Okay. I'm already seeing some stuff. We have fur. So fur baby, dog, cat, guinea pig, like whatever brings you comfort. We have tax. So taxes are definitely going to be a part of everyone's next chapter if you haven't. Axe as in, like severing old ties and connections that aren't necessary. You have an IT. Maybe your computer needs to get fixed, or maybe you're updating software on your computer. Z, that could be an initial. Another I. Zit. Make sure you're taking care of your skincare. And if you don't have a skincare regimen, it's never too late to get one. Aura. You might be seeing other people's auras or that of your own. X. Quite literally, it can mean, an ex that you're either running away from or a person that you're going to break up with. B. I, another I. And E, we have bite. We have like bi, so bisexual or bilingual. We have I know this is going to be very strange, but fiber, eating more fruits and vegetables. We have tear, as in shedding tears. We have tia. Tia is Italian for ant. Bear, as in, a teddy bear, or you bearing the weight of your consequences. Fix, as in you're searching for a quick fix, and that usually doesn't happen. But this next chapter, I think, is going to be slow in the way that it's encouraging you to take your time. We have rear, like check your rear view mirror. I know we don't have the whole, like all of the letters, but be mindful of what's going on behind you. Tiff is in a small argument that can lead to something greater, and that's usually ourselves projecting personal problems onto other people. Yeah, if you see any names or any initials, pile 3, make sure that you leave them in the description box, because I'm sure it can help somebody else, who comes across this reading. And if you didn't know, this reading is timeless. So I'm going to get into the angel numbers now. Actually, before I get into the angel numbers, let me get your disco ball. Okay, This one says, you will cover obstacles to achieve success. So this is a positive omen that you're going to get over these obstacles. And lucky numbers 8, 10, 14, 37, 45, 59. The Chinese word is time. So taking your time with things, not being in a rush. I think I've gotten this for everyone. You are capable, competent, creative, careful. Prove it. I think you have to prove this to yourself, that you're worth the fight. You also have, there are dreamers and there are achievers. The difference between the two is action, and that could mean very small actions, like it's a matter of taking small steps towards your destination. Okay, let's get some angel numbers. We have 77 with purpose. And we'll get one more. Oh, we have 2222 with twin flame. And we had the love card, so I like these two. We have ears. Okay, pay attention to when your ears are ringing or if your ears are itchy. Tia and Sia are both aunt. Tia in Spanish, Sia in Italian. We have Raf or Raphael. We have frat, fraternity. We have be in the present moment with yourself. All right, this is the last book that I promise I'm going to read, and then I'm going to bid you adieu, okay? Get out of here. Enjoy the weather outside. 77. This is your spiritual wake-up call. Check in on that mindset. Miracles and upheavals are heading your way, so approach them from a place of trust and love. Your connection to the infinite might feel tenuous at times, but trust that it is there. Cast aside those fears and doubts. Remember that you invite in more of which you put out. You can always incorporate a little more love and light in your life. In the upright position, this card talks about inner strength to overcome difficulties, alignment with your soul's purpose, positive changes unfolding on your path, and turning to a frequency of love and growth. And the affiliated affirmation is, I am exactly where I need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. And 222. What an exciting moment. Your angels are urging you to reconnect with your amazing higher self. You will make the right decision. Someone who holds a powerful spiritual connection with you may be seeking out your presence. Stay open, find a lens of clarity, and see the truth of any important partnerships you might be currently part of. Some people are beacons of light on your life path. Let your soul draw near. This talks about partnerships, twin flames, and soulmates. It can be romantic. It does not have to be. A milestone in your journey thus far. Karma and energy exchanges and finding clarity. My higher self is holding my hand. Oh, I love that. My higher self is holding my hand. My higher self is holding my hand. We're going to leave it at that. I will see you in a reading soon. Give this video a like if it resonated, and I will see you. Okay? Mwah. Ciao. Toodles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like this video if it resonated, and I will see you in a reading soon. Toodles.